Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This market recaps for Friday, November 3rd, 2023. And we had another great day. Made some good money today again. Market's just been going up. And question is, what happens next? But let's start out just going through the usual. This is my market breadth monitor or situational awareness. And you can just, I like putting it on the spreadsheet like this because you can visually just see that we were in a bear market with, small rallies. 3 days, 1 day, 3 days. I got 2 to 3 days here. And again, I'll kind of zoom in here and we'll look at the top line. Just another big breadth day. These days, this short term, these are just 1 day moves. So it's whatever happens that day. And we got another 1,500 level, 1,500 number of stocks up 4%. Stocks over $100 million volume, we're up over 200 again. That's a lot of repair. That's a lot of bullishness to the market. Also had on this set of indicators, 52-week highs finally were higher than 52-week lows. Also bullish. T2108 stocks above their 40-day moving average is now 50%. Over 50%, that has turned green. VIX is below 15 now. That's bullish. This is the second set of indicators. RSI 2 went all the way up to 4,400. That's very bullish. All my short-term indicators, almost all my intermediate-term indicators are bullish now. And number of stocks with a RSI reading of 50 or higher is now bullish. So you can just see how we turn from bearish to bullish using this data. And that tells us to trade from the long side. And it all started, really yesterday was kind of the green light to go bullish. Let's look at summation now. Week's over, so these candles are closed. The SPY, T2108, 5164. Look at this. Just look at, this is a huge bar. Look at this breadth that came in. There is not a candle that goes from under 20 to over 50. It almost feels manic. And it's a little, it's not an orderly climb. It's just rocket to the top. So this is the SPY with price above the 5 and the 10, with the 5-week moving average below the 10. So it's definitely a bounce. Don't know if it's a change of trend with the moving averages, right? You can see the moving average kind of oscillate back and forth, and then you finally get a run. RSI is above 50. Stotch is barely coming out of oversold. This means it could just keep moving higher, weeks going up. Over here, this is weeks going down. Get back oversold on the weekly time frame, weeks going up. So this isn't even budging yet. Be really interesting to see what goes on towards the end of the year. Let's check the NASDAQ. Same thing. RSI is over 50. Prices over both moving averages. Stotch not over, still in the oversold. IWM. And this, fell the furthest. And we just, got basically almost a month back of gains this week. RSI still hasn't crossed 50 yet. Let's check the daily. This is going to be interesting to see what happens because we're on all the averages, we're hitting our head right on the 50-day. Here's IWM. QQQ is hitting the top of this trend line I've drawn, this channel. We'll zoom in. So we hit it. Are we going to keep going? Are we going to pull back? We're above the moving averages now on the Qs. SPY. Draw a trend line on this one too. Yeah, we'll kind of make it look like that. That looks nice. Approaching the top of this channel. Just really interesting to see what's going to happen. I mean, if this is a real bull run here, we can just keep going. And you might not even get a chance to get in or wait for a pullback. So RSI is about to hit 60. So if we're in a downtrend still, and this is just a bounce, kind of like over here, we could start to fall. See if we start getting above 60. Let's check that again on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ approaching 60, not quite there. Are we going to do this and then just come back down? The difference is this time from this time and this time is the breadth. Let's see, September 1st. I mean, the breaths started to change a little bit. And then goes right back to negative, right back to red. That's interesting to look up. The short term and intermediate also turned green during September. This run that shows up here. And then we kept falling. And then we fell again. What's going to happen? Made some good positions in my longs, so I'm managing longs. See what happens. Okay, let's check some power stocks. And the only thing I really saw a good setup in today, which we'll go over, is gold. But Lemonade running. Just lots of breakouts everywhere. Still holding MSTR. Still kind of consolidating. You know, it's got this resistance here. We'll see if we can get above it. I'm still holding it. You'll see the runs that a lot of these stocks have made now. No setup to get in anything right now. I mean, oil and gas, but that's a laggard. All these stocks have run. KGC gold, this is a good setup, right? See the trend change on the RSI right up here. We get a pullback. Zoom in, pullback. Holding above the 20, not really closing below the 10. Get a consolidation through here, and then boom. I did buy a position in gold today, gold miners. It's the only thing that looked like it had a setup. Shopify running. My Palantir was up another almost 5% today. Here's AGI, gold. Again, here it is. Here's the trend change to an uptrend, you get a pullback almost to the 50, you get these consolidation days, and boom. So I'm expecting gold to go out on a little run here. I bought some DraftKings after earnings today. 16%. Let's check it on the weekly. I mean, that just looks really bullish. Really, really bullish. We're hitting resistance right there. So, I mean, this is, how high is that? 65, and we're at 30. I mean, this thing could double and just, not even reach the highs. I'm excited. But I mean, if we fall right back down, I'll get stopped out of my shorts, or sorry, my longs. And then, if the breath changes and we start going down again, I'll go short. I just, I hope we just don't whipsaw around. But I haven't seen this type of breath in a long time. So that lets me think that we're going to be bullish towards the end of the year. Palantir is up another 5%. I mean, just look strong on the weekly. I mean, that's just really strong. Big volume. Palantir is going to be one to watch for a while. Retail's moving. Siri. That's just a garbage stock. Fubo had a big gap. I remember talking on my video yesterday. I said, if this is a bull market, these things will just pop and work. And this was up another 10%. It's an ugly candle today. I would have definitely take profits, but that's what you want to see. You want to see breakouts and get follow-throughs. That's one of the tells of a good market. Upstart. Watch this one. That's not a setup or anything. God, that looks terrible, but this thing can run and run hard. See what happens with Bitcoin next week. It's kind of consolidating now, the miners. Appfolio, that's a good breakout. Could have bought that today. Look at the volume picking up here. It's already had earnings. That could be a good buy. Let's check it on the weekly. Not in the power zone yet. Still kind of in this range a little bit. Watch it next week. Yeah, all-time highs. This is going to all-time highs, it looks like. This looks like it was the highest close of all time. I'd much rather buy that than, this one, right? Like, I don't like playing junk off the bottom. Yeah, I mean, I've gone through, I think, enough stocks. I got 204 on my. Wow, look at this fall from grace. I remember I bought Kava this day, I think, but back in July. One up day and then fell. I sold out, and it went all the way down to 30 from almost 60. That's a haircut. All right, let's check some IPOs. Look at this thing. 5 to 20. TPST. Stay away. All right. This is a good example of just a good setup. Run, see the consolidation through here, and then you get a big range expansion. You'd want to see it on bigger volume. This has no dollar volume, but you pull back, you tighten up, and then boom. That's that. This, take a picture of this. This is the perfect setup. It's just not in as much of an uptrend. So this is good, breaking out over the high. This is an all-time high, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days up. I would not buy this. If it kind of went to the high, consolidated, went sideways, and then broke out, that's perfect. VFS, garbage. Always looking for the unicorn, the Tilray and the HKD. No dollar volume. Wow, this just keeps going. We've seen this last couple days. This would have been the day I would have bought it, but there's no volume. It's not even, oh, it got up above 2 million on dollar volume. 134%, that's nice. Northern Group. Hey, Birkenstock, you got over 40. So actually, this is good. I mean, the dollar volume's good on Birkenstock. If we can get over 42 or this IPO price, it might go. And I don't care if they're ugly sandals or not. If their stock price moves, I'll buy it. No dollar volume. This isn't liquid. That's it. Let's go to IPOs. I'm sorry, ETFs. Again, these are just going to look like they've run pretty much, except for gold. Gold, I mean, this is a good setup, right? Miners, shoulder, head, shoulder for an inverse head and shoulders. You get 2 days that are tight, and then boom. I bought this one, JNUG. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Didn't really turn into an uptrend, but I took it. Nugget is in an uptrend. You see it peaking above here. Pulls back, not even to 40, and then we get this. Doesn't close strong. This JNUG close, yeah, not quite as strong. I think gold's gonna go though. I think it's gonna go. I bought a position. Soxel, I'm still in from this day. You know, 15%, 2.5 days. I'll take it for sure. Still in Soxel, still in NVDL. I really debated about taking a bunch of profit today, but I got greedy and I'm like, I'm just gonna let the market sell me out. These bull markets, they can just keep going and keep going and keep going. With the breath change the way it has, I'm just gonna let the market sell me out, not gonna think about it. I'm gonna raise my stops and let the market tell me what to do. Let the market take the wheel, as Carrie Underwood would say. VIX has just gotten crushed. Look at this. This looks, I mean, this shoulder, head, shoulder, and then you get this day right here. I mean, it just looks like it's going to boom. And then it just, nope. Powell's going to stop raising, breath's going to come in, and it falls just all the way down. All these are the, now we're in the turds. So that's it. We came all the way down and we've just gone straight up. And I've been feeling good. I've been making a lot of money. And when that happens, that usually means that the rug's going to get pulled out from under me. But anytime I start feeling super confident and don't need to be cautious, that's when I get hammered. So we're approaching the top of this channel. Who knows, man? We could still keep going. We could start pulling back and then go. We could just crash. So I'm going to protect my gains as much as I can. If we keep going, I'm going to keep holding my longs and just managing my position. But I hope you had a really good week in the market. I did. It's been one of my best weeks in a long time. And I just hope it can continue. I hope trading gets, swing trading just gets easier. It's been pretty tough for a bit. A lot of chop. Here's a run down, here's a run up, chop down. It's just the market's felt choppy, and it's good just to see some really bullish action and high bullish market breadth and stocks, responding to earnings. Let's see where did Apple close? I mean, down 0.52%, and the street wasn't that impressed with Apple's earnings. But, I mean, that thing didn't crater. Shopify was up again, 2.9. Palantir, up again. DraftKings, 16%. I mean, I hope Mr. Market doesn't raid on our year-end parade. So that's all I got for today. If you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe.